Welcome back to our third episode. What does it take to save 5 children? Does it sound a little bit utopic, maybe cliche, maybe a little bit overambitious? In this episode, I want to show you the answer to this question. In this era of COVID-19, of global pandemic, I want to talk to you about a deadly disease, malaria, present in our world for thousands of years, killing still hundreds of thousands of people every year. This disease is brought by the deadly mosquito that carries many other plagues. In all my travels over the past 25 years through Africa, South Pacific, the most affected areas by malaria, I've been going with my team from place to place, from village to village, climbing mountains, going through jungles and deserts, from house to house, from hut to hut, to deliver mosquito nets. It is hard to describe in words the effectiveness of these nets. Up to 5 children can sleep under a net. The mosquito is active between dusk and dawn, exactly when the children are sleeping. Once we put these children under a net, it gives them the protection they need so they don't get bitten by the mosquitoes, therefore preventing malaria. In Africa, especially in Africa, hundreds of thousands of children die every year from malaria. There are 300 million people affected by malaria around the world every year. 90% of them are in Africa. The majority of these sick people in Africa are actually children. So the mosquito net becomes the central piece of prevention against malaria. So what does it take to save 5 children? It takes 1 mosquito net. And maybe you're wondering, yes, there are a huge number of children needing mosquito nets. The need is very high, and yet I can tell you that the suffering brought by malaria is impossible to describe in words. I held orphans, 2-year-old, 3-year-old orphans in my arms, dying of malaria. This is an experience that I don't want to repeat again, and I don't wish it on anybody else. Once you go through this experience, you don't need any more evidence or convincing that this is the way to go. That's why I'm very focused on delivering as many mosquito nets as possible to as many children as possible, so we can give them a fighting chance to reach the old age. So what kind of sacrifice do you need to purchase a mosquito net? I can tell you that it takes one of those fancy Starbucks coffee. You know what I'm talking about. Those Frappalicious, Caramelicious, Mochalicious, with 10 names in its title that cost about $10. So it takes a coffee, skipping a coffee, or maybe 2, to buy a mosquito net to save 5 children from getting malaria. So why don't you join me? Join me in this adventure. And while I'm here, I can tell you a fantastic news. In a month from now, I will be flying to Africa for 30 days, going from village to village and from place to place to deliver mosquito nets to these children of Africa. We will document the entire trip because I want to show you not only that we continued our project during this pandemic, but it is safe to travel. It is safe to go to these places under these conditions. And we will document everything and we will show it to you when we come back. So why don't you join me? Come on our website, become a pilgrim, and join us in this amazing adventure where we can change the destiny of so many children in Africa.